Just kidding, this isn't the Scream. This is Trevor. Gongs Unlimited, here to show you how to assemble a pretty simple little stand. I'm more showing you how to tie a rope to the stand because the assembly is easy. The lifting Buddha gong stand for gongs 6 to 7 inches. And as you can see here, we've got a 7-inch gong, a little Atlantis gong. Kind of purple. This one's really pretty, and that's why I chose it for this video, because I can blast it with lights and it won't blind you guys. So the lifting Buddha stand itself is 3 pieces, 4 if you count the mallet. You've got your top crossbar, which will go on like this, like that, down. You want the arch down, like a U. You want it to be like a valley instead of a mountain. If it's a mountain, then the countersunk holes will not match up, and we don't want that. What we want is these bigger holes on the top to be on the top, because that's where your knots are gonna hang out. Smaller holes down here, bigger holes up here. That's the top, baby. And you've got your 2 identical sidebars. This is the left one and this is the right one. Just kidding, they're both the same. It doesn't matter what side they go on. You can put them like this, you can put it like this. It truly doesn't matter, it's all good. So what you're gonna wanna do to get this stand assembled is take this, you see where there's a little notch? You push that on. Repeat for this side. And now you've assembled your lifting Buddha gong stand, which has a little screw sticking out right here, the only hardware in the whole stand. Why is there a screw there, you might ask? It's because there's a magnet in the end of this mallet. So it'll just hang out right there, no string required. Isn't that neat? So now what we're gonna do is tie your gong to the stand, because really that's the tricky part, and it's not even that tricky, it just is worth showing how to do. So you want to imagine your gong's hanging on the stand, and you want it to hang about centered, so like somewhere about here would be perfect. If it's a little lower, that's fine too. You don't want it to be touching the ground, and you don't want it to be touching the stand. So with those 2 parameters, it's pretty easy to figure out where you want it to be. I want it somewhere around here. So I'm gonna lay this down, and I'm gonna lay this down. Now, I'm actually gonna grab a box too to set this up on. Just to make this a little bit easier to see for the viewers at home, I'm gonna put this box here for ease of putting on the stand. This is the box that comes with the stand, so that way everything's kind of nice and even. You don't have to do this. You could do it just fine on a table like this, but just be a little bit easier for you guys to see what's going on. So I've got my gong oriented where I want it to be, and typically with a gong rope, you'd have the knot like up above, and you could still do that with this stand, but it's really designed to have the gong come from under the gong, and there's knots up here which are hidden by the recessed little countersunk holes. So I'm gonna take this rope and I'm gonna stick it on through here. Push it on, and now it's out through this side. So I'm gonna just tie a knot here to keep it from coming through, and we can snip off the extra later. We will snip off the extra later. I recommend doing that. We'll tie it twice just because the cord is a little bit thin. You want the knot to be bigger than the hole so it doesn't fall through, and that is perfect. I can't pull that through, and I'm so strong. So now we're gonna pull this rope through the top of the gong, through this hole. Whee! And now we're gonna pull it back up through this hole. Yippee! And up through the small side. And there we go. This is about how much rope I want. So I'm gonna pull the gong up another like inch or so. I'm actually gonna pull it up like all the way. I'm gonna tie my knot above here. This is a lot of extra cord. You probably won't have quite this much, or maybe you'll have even more, but if it gets unmanageable at any point, like you could totally just cut this much rope off right now and it would be fine. But I'm not gonna do that. So now you got your 2 knots up here, and when they sink down, here hangs your gong. You could even take it up a little higher than this, but there's enough clearance on the bottom where I think this honestly looks fine. You like that? I like that. If you pick up the stand, don't pick it up by the crossbar because it's not fastened with any screws. Pick it up by these little side thingies right here. Isn't that nice? And at this point, you would take scissors and just snip off the extra cord here. Just snip it, just cut it. I'm gonna do that now. Using this device called scissors, I'm going to cut the rope. Boink. And I'm gonna do the same over here. And there you go. Your nice, sleek 7-inch gong in this case. You can also fit a 6-inch gong on here because 6 is smaller than 7. I bet that sounds really good on this lapel microphone. And that's all there is to it. The lifting Buddha gong stand from Gongs Unlimited with an unlimited 7-inch wind gong. You can see it on the back. Look at that. Unlimited. Unlimited, gongsunlimited.com. See it on the box. See it at the end of the video. Thank you for checking it out. I hope you like your stand. If you're watching this, you've probably bought the stand and you're looking at this to get help on hanging the rope. So I hope this is helpful. And I hope you have a blessed and wonderful and amazing day or night or week or year, whatever time frame you're in. I don't want to make any assumptions. Whatever time it is, have a good one of those. Thank you.